What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Sugar Cosby, and my boy, Mike.
What up, world?
We in the building for a crazy sweet episode of Black Sheep.
Mm.
We are back, you heard?
It's been a while since we talked to the people.
It's definitely been a while since we've been here, since we talked. We had a lot of things going on. Coronavirus. We had coronavirus. We had just everything.
Everything. Upcoming election.
Oh, we got the election going on. We have the civil rights movement. We have so many things going on.
Lot.
We have so much to go on. Go
over.
Get off. Go over and get off of our chest. It's kind of a little bit overwhelming. I really do appreciate everyone.
Yes.
Who is tuned in right now.
Whether
I'm excited.
You're listening on Crazy Sweet ENT or the Energy Radio app, which hopefully all of you are listening on.
If you haven't downloaded the Energy Radio app, make sure you download the Energy Radio app from the Google Play Store or the iOS
There you go.
devices.
Android.
And Android.
And
so
before we get started, the number to call in.
The number to call in is 815-242-7299.
Yes.
We'd love to hear what you think about the topics that we're talking. Just to start us off today, we want to give a little overview of what Black Sheep is about and who we are. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Sugar Cosby. I am a radio personality, a journalist, I do hair. I have a lot of different skills. I call myself the Jackie of all trades, if you will.
You wear a lot of hats, Chief.
I do wear a lot of hats. Yeah, follow me on all social media platforms at Sugar_Cosby. Go ahead, Mike.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Mike, man. Follow me on Instagram. I'm _A_Brown_God. A little bit about, because, you know, me and you, we got history. I've known Sugar I've known her for 13 years.
13 years, yeah.
I met her working at Continental, and we've been kicking it ever since.
Yep.
We lost touch a couple times, but it seems like we always find our way back.
We definitely always find our way back, and you know what I mean. Like, you've always been a really good friend to me, and I appreciate having you around.
Absolutely.
And not only that, but Mike is definitely a part of the Crazy Sweet Entertainment family. You know what I'm saying? He was around when I first started the business. He's helped me every step of the way. You always have my back, and forever. I love you for that. You already know what it is.
Yes.
For real. So, Mike here. Tell me a little bit about yourself and where you from. And
I'm born and raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Big sports fan. You catch my show right here on Energy Radio every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 10 p.m. on the Mic with Mike. I give y'all the latest on the sports rundown and whatnot. So it's definitely a dope show. It's raw and uncut. Because that's just how I roll. I, in fact, have to do a disclaimer on my show. Just because I don't want to get in no trouble.
okay.
You know,
yes, with his mouth.
Yeah, I'm a little reckless sometimes, but you know, this is serious talk. This is what we're about to do, so it requires just being serious overall. So yeah, I definitely feel like it is. I appreciate what we're doing. I appreciate you giving us this platform to do this thing on.
Right.
So
I appreciate you coming, you know, with the idea, you know.
Well,
I'm going to give you a little insight of how we came up with Black Sheep. So we are always talking about ways to improve our lives and in our communities and ways that we can get involved. You know, we don't like to really consider ourselves activists, but we do a lot of activist work. So we decided that because we did go out in the field, we were out in a few of the protests in a few different states, and we've experienced a lot of different things. Now, we were doing Black Sheep before the pandemic because it was a big heightening in police killings and you know, police brutality, and we wanted to talk about those issues. It's just that we never had the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know,
we had the equipment, but
we was lacking. We was
lacking. But we decided to come back harder than we were before, because there are a lot of topics and issues that we feel like are not being talked about enough. We also want to not only spread history from black people and black achievements, but we also want to talk about concerning matters that are relevant to right now. Dealing with all black people. So not just African Americans. We're talking about Africans. We're talking about people from the Caribbean,
Hmm.
people from Europe. If you're
Because we all
of
over the
African
world.
descent,
We
yeah.
all over the world.
So we wanted to come to you guys and be able to provide that for you guys as well. Um, so we just decided to come up with Black Sheep. Black Sheep, y'all already know the meaning behind Black Sheep is the outsider. Most sheep are white. We the black sheep. We the ones that's noticeable.
Well, yeah, I can appreciate that, but I just, my whole thought of when I think about when Black Sheep comes to my mind, it's just like you got the woke ones and the not woke ones.
Right.
And we are doing this show. I'm not, like you said, I don't consider myself a political activist, and I've been to a lot of protests. But when I think about Black Sheep, it's just, we trying to talk to the people and try to put them up on game on what's going on.
About what's going on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we talking from a perspective of we both lived in the hood. You was pretty much Roselle, Elizabeth. I'm
Mhm.
more Central Jersey, Asbury, Neptune, Long Branch.
Yeah,
You know?
you was in the hood.
So I was in the semi-hood too, because I was in a little bit of the suburban neighborhoods too.
Right.
So we got the best of both worlds, and we wanted to basically bring this to you guys because it's really important that we are talking about our social issues.
Mhm.
When we hear news and we hear reports, we hear it from other people's perspectives, and they always giving their perspectives on us. Down from education to medicine to law. So we want to be able to spread our voice, and we will be doing interviews with people that are in our community that are doing
Mm.
different things. We don't want to limit ourselves to politics.
Not
We
at all.
want to talk about black achievements. And
Yes.
another thing that we want to do more often is bring African American culture. Hip hop culture. It's very important that people understand that we do got culture. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people are trying to be a part of our culture. And we open other people with open hands. But let's be for real,
Right.
African Americans, we definitely got culture too.
We have so much culture. We got culture we don't even know about.
Word, word.
So,
So.
I- yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man. And I always bring this up when we talk. How I put y'all up on the Hidden Colors.
Facts.
How, if y'all haven't watched that documentary, it's like 5 parts. Y'all really need to get that in your life, because my boy put me onto it, and it literally changed my life.
Hidden Colors.
Yes.
We had to stop Hidden Colors.
We
Isn't
didn't
it?
watch them all.
We didn't watch
You
the
know, well, I
the last
did.
one.
I
We didn't watch the last. I didn't watch the last one because I felt like the one right before the last was like hitting
It was a
me
little
kind of
deep.
close
It
to
was,
home. You know what I
was,
mean?
yeah.
And I don't, going through stuff, and then seeing stuff that your people went through is two different things. And Hidden Colors, they spoke a lot, and I had to
Mhm.
do some research on what they were saying because I could not believe that some of this stuff was true.
Yeah.
I understand that slavery was very brutal, and
Mhm.
they did some crazy things to us, but
Yes.
the things that were revealed to me in Hidden Colors, it just was too much, and I couldn't continue the series like that, because I don't want to hate anybody
No,
based
it's
off
not
of
about
something.
hating, but it's just that how you can't forgive. It's hard to look. All right, yo. When you think about slavery and you watch movies like Roots and stuff like that, you naturally are gonna feel some kind of way.
Absolutely, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like,
It's not that, and I hate when people that are not of melanated flavor.
African descent.
There you go. Thank you for checking. All right, it's hard for them to sit here and try to tell us how to feel about something that our ancestors went through. And they tell you, oh man, forget about slavery. You notice in history they're trying to take slavery out of some states, like state of Texas, man. They're trying to just take it out of school books and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
But you can't tell certain people how to feel about a situation that
Nope.
you'll never understand.
Right.
And it's no, go ahead.
No, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to switch it up. They're trying to take the slave trade out of the history books so it don't make them look bad because of the things that their people did. But no, y'all made this something that we had to deal with and we had to live with for so long. Why we don't just talk about the truth? There is no covering the truth now. We all know the truth. We all felt the truth.
You know,
we all dealing with the brutal fact
the Matrix,
of reality.
That's us.
Yeah, we all dealing with that right now. So why hide it? Have you seen this movie Antebellum? I don't want to. This is a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, just shut me off for about 5 or 10 minutes real quick because I'm about to really get deep into something real quick. The movie Antebellum was very, very, very good, but it was I heard it was based on a true story. I'm not really sure how far. I didn't do my investigation in that, so don't quote me on anything. But the fact that at the end of the movie we found out that this was some modern day slavery type situation and they were doing this to people, it just alerted me like, you guys, the borders are shut down. You know, I'm not trying to be funny, but they're trying to delete slavery out of the history books. You know, what if they're just really trying to put on a facade like we're not slaves, but we're really just slaves? I mean,
well, you know, when they were breaking it down, they said reenactment. So
reenactment.
in part, the people of color took a part of this. Like they were like, all right, we're gonna volunteer to do this.
No, they didn't.
Well, it's not. Well, it was a reenactment, but the overall thing that I got from it, especially from seeing the whole sign part, it was because obviously Janelle Monáe's character was trying to get away.
Yes.
And it was, if you watch it, it's kind of a weird time warp type of thing going on. But it was overall, it was really weird because I just, like you said, it was based on a true story.
Yeah.
So, like the fact that this is still, this 2020 and stuff, like we're finding out is still kind of going on. It's like really crazy.
Like there were really people in America that were convinced that slavery was not over yet, and they were still working on plantations with slave owners and with slavers and everything. And that was like in 1996 that they discovered that this was going on. So I'm sitting here like, wow, you know. And then not to mention all of the things that are going on in this country with our president telling the what do they call it, the Proud Boys to stand down and stand by, and all of these crazy things are going on. And not only that, but for the last 2 years we've been pumping Black history into the media so much. I know that it's enraging, it's boiling the blood of those people that once claimed us as property, you know. So right now, like, tensions are so high, especially with the presidential election.
We are so racially divided.
We are so racially divided, and it's kind of bringing a real heightened tensions, you know, especially around white people. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. Like, even around certain family members, it's like the tensions is there that were never there before. Basically, the tensions were there that were never there before, and it's crazy.
Can I ask you this? Being that you do have a white sister, how does she feel about like the whole movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's going on?
Well, she down. If it wasn't for Corona, I'm pretty sure she'd be out to a couple of protests.
Okay.
I believe she down. My sister, she has a child by a Haitian guy. And I said this to somebody else because I'm like, no, my sister not racist. She got a child by a Haitian guy. He Black as hell. You know, but they was like, that don't mean she's not racist. And I didn't get what they was, you know, they was steady trying to make a point. Like, that don't mean she's not racist because she had a, but to me, that makes her not being racist. Because it's not like she chose a basketball player or, you know, somebody with millions of dollars, you know?
That is a conversation
for
that I do
want
to have, but not today. This is too much. But in keeping in with the theme of making you how you feel about certain situations, can I tell a story of when I took you to your first protest?
Yes.
Alright, so for those of y'all, I'm got a little history about me. I've been out in the streets protesting since Trayvon Martin. So I've been out here. My feet have been hitting the streets. Okay. Now, being that I've been to some of these protests, Sugar told me that she wanted to go. So I was like, alright, cool, I'm with it. So I took Sugar to New York.
Hold on, we gotta backtrack because you skipping a whole big, very, very important thing.
Okay,
we on quarantine.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is not
this
just
is
any
definitely-
situation
yeah,
where
yeah.
we was like, I want to go to a protest, and we went out to a protest. We was on quarantine, and I was on lock. Ask him. I was on point with him and AD, graphic AD. Shout out to Gritty GFX _ boom.
Boom.
But we was on lockdown, and the George Floyd video started surfacing the internet. It started going viral like the second that I clicked on it.
You tell the story. You tell her.
Okay, so George Floyd cries for his mother.
Mm-hmm.
My heart breaks immediately. I cried watching the video. Then everybody's reposting it, so I'm all emotional and everything. Now, I did tell him previous to the coronavirus that I did want to go to a protest. Yes. You know, but I felt compelled. We felt compelled to go outside when George Floyd died. That's how serious it is. And we were not only compelled to join the protest, but we were out there to document what was really going on.
Right.
The first few days we didn't go outside, we noticed that the news was not showing what our news feed was showing. What Periscope was showing. The Periscope was showing the truth.
Well, I think all social media was showing the truth because
social media was showing the truth.
Especially on Facebook, because you had people out there actually at the protest like we were.
Going live.
Like going live. And they were showing the raw, uncut police shooting off tear gas and everything.
They were showing the police in the worst of ways. And I know a lot of people think, people were outside, they were looking to start with the police so that the police can react. No, but police are paid professionals.
Go ahead, keep the story. Go ahead.
Okay, let's go back. So, boom, we out there in the protest. Now, when we went out there, I'm like, yo, we outside. We gotta be careful. We gotta keep our distance. We gotta walk around the crowd. You know, I'm like, we can't get too close to nobody. But when we
wait, because you're forgetting the point. What did I tell you when we got there? What did I tell you?
He was like, yeah, all right, but when you get out there, it's gonna be a whole nother situation.
And I told her to make sure, no matter what, that because it was me, you, and Graphic AD.
Right.
I said we have to stay together.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
Because I done been to these things. I know how it goes. I was trying to prepare you. Because you thought, oh, this ain't going to be how... Go ahead, tell us.
Anyway, I went out there like, yeah, I'm going to get it. I went out there like, yeah, we about to just film. My intentions were journalism only. You know, I wanted to catch what was going on. But as soon as we got off the train, as soon as we seen the crowd, it was like I joined. It was pulling me in.
She was in the crowd.
I was part of his gravitational pull, and you know what? I felt united with everybody out there, and there were so many people from so many different walks of life, so many races, religions out there. Like everybody was out there. They joined in song. They were protesting peacefully. And I guess after the time when the police got tired of supervising the situation, they decided to get more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? They decided to get tough, and they were very, very, very aggressive. You know, and the things that we have experienced that night was, you know, something. If you follow me on Facebook, then you've seen some of the stuff. We're not going to go into too much details of the situations because we do have something in store for you guys with that.
Woo!
And it's butter, baby. So make sure you tune in and stay tuned. But one more thing. Shout out to DH1 TV Network.
Yo, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Black Sheep may be coming to DH1 TV Networks. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing it in the universe so I can receive it back. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
That's what we doing. Positive vibes always come back.
Right. Positive vibes always do come back. So, let's go.
You ready to get into it? Do you want to go first?
Nah, you go first.
Alright. What's up, y'all? I need to talk to y'all for real, because your boy, Curtis, he out here in these streets wildin'. Curtis is wildin'. Alright, now, for those of y'all that don't know, Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. 50 Cent, has been public with his support for Donald Trump. Reasons being because under Donald Trump, he wouldn't tax you that much if you made over $400,000 a year.
Facts.
Now under Joe Biden, 50 is got his panties in a bunch because under Joe Biden's tax plan, he would have to pay 62%. So, Curtis tweets saying, "Oh hell no, vote for Trump. I don't care, I'm out. The New York Knicks ain't doing anything." And this is what he said, and I felt some type of way when he started talking about it. I wanted to do something, but that's 50, I ain't gonna mess with that. So, he said, yeah, Knicks ain't doing nothing. I don't care if Trump don't like black people. 62%, y'all done lost y'all mind. That's what he tweeted. Now, what's funny, he has been catching a lot of flack from that though. What's funny is Chelsea Handler, who 50 briefly dated in 2010, offered to pay his taxes if he changed his mind, or as she said it, get some goddamn sense. Now, Chandler, who tweeted at 50, "You used to be my favorite ex, or you were my favorite ex. When they say Black Lives Matter, they're talking about you, fucker." This is what she said. Remember that. And then, it was back and forth for a while. I'm going to get into all of that. But she came out a couple of hours ago and she said, indeed, she would pay his taxes if he did not support Donald Trump. Now, 50 came out and he was like, if Trump loses the election, I'm packing my bags.
Guess she ain't paying them damn taxes. I guess.
It's so much to break down from this, though. Let me tell y'all something. Since we talking for the culture, 50 Cent said, "I don't care if Trump don't like black people. I don't care." That just shows you he don't give a damn about none of y'all. He don't care about the movement, nothing. He sold y'all out for $1 a long time ago.
Wait. He's basically saying that he doesn't care if Trump don't like him.
He don't.
Okay, he's
don't.
in it for the money.
He's in it for the money.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to pass no judgments to nobody. I know a lot of people are really upset with 50 Cent, but 50 Cent's mind frame is that of a lot of people.
He's a millionaire.
Hold on, let me ask you something real quick.
What?
Do you think that Donald Trump is going to win this election?
Yes.
You think that Donald Trump? How do you feel? How would Donald Trump make you feel winning compared to Joe Biden? Honestly.
Well, honestly, look, behind the scenes, I'm a trip. I done told you. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. What's going to happen November the 3rd around 11:30? It's going to be crazy. Trump is going to get reelected. How I feel about that? Well, look, y'all, okay? Let's be honest. We done survived 4 years of Trump, all right?
Facts.
Look, we strong. We can survive anything, man. If he gets reelected, which I think he will be, ain't nothing we can do about it. We just got to survive 4 more years.
And if Biden gets reelected?
And if Biden gets reelected, look, obviously a lot is going to change.
Listen, you guys say survive it 4 more years. I want to point something out. As black people in America, we always vote for racists.
You cannot vote out white supremacy.
We always vote for racists. I don't think that it matters to us at all. We need to think about the intentions of the person that's becoming president in this. When we vote, that's what our vote needs to be based off of. The vote that does not need to be based off of this person's black, or this person's running with somebody that is black, or this person's we're not black and we don't vote for this person, or this person's racist against black people. Let's be for real. This country is racist against black people. You know, when you go to the store is 9 times out of 10, if it's not black owned, it's racist against black people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all of these stores that in the beginning of this year were catching hell and fire. Gucci, you had H&M, you had all of these stores catching hell and hot water. Over the things that they've done that expose their racism.
It was self-inflicted, what they did. And
guess what?
People still go in there.
Yeah, we still go in there.
Why?
We still buy stuff. Because in this country, everything has always been what it's been. We've always purchased items from racist people. We've always had was forced to work with racist people.
Mm-hmm.
We've always sent our children to school to be taught by racist people with a racist curriculum. We always go to the hospital depending on racist people to cure us and to fix our problems. And statistically, it shows that these racist people are killing us in the hospital, in the judiciary system, in every piece of this system in this country. So when we vote for somebody, we don't care that he's racist. And I'm sorry to agree with 50 Cent with that. I don't agree with endorsing Trump, but as far as that racist part is concerned, that should not be on a black person's mind, because we know they all racist.
But this is not about race. This is about him trying to stay rich.
It is
at the
about,
end of the day,
it's about Biden and his family and his white supremacist friends staying rich.
I'm not saying that, but I mean the overall topic, it was about 50 Cent just trying to keep his money at the end of the day, and him saying that he don't give a damn about people of color.
Right.
That he would rather stay rich than lose a couple of money.
Being endorsed by his own people. Okay, I get that.
Right.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
But regardless, people are still gonna
support him.
Right.
They're gonna love him because he's an asshole, and people love assholes. They're gonna still follow him because they want to know what he's gonna say next.
Look, I know Floyd Mayweather is an asshole outside the ring, but inside the ring, he is great. And that's one of the motherfuckers that was at Gucci, and when they asked him about it, he was like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. He went in there and spent $400,000.
And guess what? Them Proud Boys, them good old boys, them hillbillies, they endorsing him. You want to know why? Because he a good old boy. He go out there and he do what he got to do, and he win no matches. That's all they care about. Let me tell you something. As far as 50 Cent, he's just an example of what's really been going on. I'm sorry, he's just the person that's not really sugarcoating what's really been going on. We are endorsing white supremacy every freaking day. When we are out here and we're sitting here supporting these people, and we sitting here talking crap about our own people and our own businesses and everything, we are endorsing white supremacy.
It is, but you know what though? I don't mean to cut you off. Until we stop. And look, I know you're in the industry and it's your job to have the tea on everything that's going on, from love and hip hop to Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and all that good stuff.
Shout out to Nicki. She just had her baby boy.
She did. Congrats. But until we stop glorifying this stuff, like, you don't see shows like A Different World on, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You don't see those shows. Those shows got replaced by Love and Hip Hop, Empire, and all of this other stuff.
No. The reruns of those shows still play.
They do play, but they're not mainstream. They are, but they're not mainstream like it was no more. We don't. That's not the juice now.
That is true.
Now we and it's my fault too, because I do love some Black Ink. I can't lie. I do watch Black Ink. But but they are a black owned. They're both the ones in New York and Harlem and Compton. They're all black owned businesses, so I will shout them out that. But they are ratchet, and they're what people like. Like, I mean, I can't lie. I went to Black Ink and I got tatted. I did. Shout out to 125th Harlem.
Okay, yeah, you did without me.
Well, you just went without me.
I went 2 times.
Two times.
Because you went without me first.
1 time. You went 2 whole times.
I went, okay, well, I had to get, you back. I had to outdo it.
So you owe me one then.
I don't owe you anything. You did it first. You opened Pandora. Listen, fellas, this is how this works. It's 2020, and if y'all didn't realize this already, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't open no doors if you don't want us to walk through them, okay?
What does that have to do with anything?
He went to Black Ink and got tatted without me. We was planning on doing things together, like as far as tattoos and stuff was concerned. He opened that door for us to just do our own thing, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to just do my own thing then, shit.
Well, we were gonna go get tatted in Connecticut.
We was, but we couldn't find a tattoo artist, and then they was not. Honestly, I didn't like the condition. How do you have a whole shop
where ain't no workers in there though?
For real, but this was like, well, no, this wasn't Corona.
This was definitely not Corona. It definitely wasn't.
I don't know, but all I know is that Connecticut, honestly, the neighborhoods, the hood, you know what I'm saying? I was very, very disappointed. Oof. It looked rough out there. We need to come together out there. The community needs to get together. We need to start rebuilding our neighborhoods together. Stop depending on government funding and stop depending on the government to come in and save us. We need to do it ourselves. The condition of Connecticut hood was terrible.
It was bad.
It was terrible. And we live in Newark. So y'all add that up. It was bad. And I'm saying that as a wake up call.
As a plea.
It is time for us to come together and start talking about ways that we're gonna help build our community. When we see communities like this looking ratchet as hell, you know what I'm saying? It is time for us to open our mouths and start talking about it. It's time for us to start coming together and start planning little rallies, fundraisers or whatever, and start building our communities back up. You know what I'm saying? We can get back what was taken from us, but we have to do it together.
And you know what? We could have been had the revolution, but we don't have no unity.
Our revolution will always be within us. We will be able to evolve.
We are all great. We come from greatness.
Absolutely.
Right? What it's like, when did we go from kings and queens to the N word and the B word?
We was the N words and A words and the B words, the C words and everything.
Yeah, but now
slavery. Hold on, y'all. We want to talk about slave mentality real quick.
Okay.
The slave mentality still exists to this day.
Yes.
As strong as it was back in the day, and we don't even realize a lot of the times that we pass these things down to our children, and we allow things to just go past because that's the way that everybody else is allowing it. But one thing that in slavery that they did to us, and they made sure that they programmed it in us so that we can program it into our children, and we can program it to not to give about the next person. Right. You know what I'm saying? Is to mind your damn business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we heard it since born. Mind your business. Mind your business. Why you worried about what this person doing? When Master was out there beating the shit out of Toby and bleeding his back out and tearing every freaking skin he had left on his back from the other beating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The babies was outside playing right next to them, and they were already trained to mind their business. You know what I'm saying?
So how do we get out of the slave? Because it's a lot of our people that would rather be lied to.
No, it's not that.
No, it is. It's people out there that don't want to wake up, sugar.
That's
and
not true.
You listen to me. You're
they
not
brainwashed.
They
brainwashed.
They
are.
It is. Well, it is a brainwashing in an effort, but it's like
these people made books of how to keep people slaves mentally for centuries.
Willie Lynch.
Our people are really brainwashed. Yes. It is up to us to talk about these issues and to bring them into the light and teach people so that we can evoke change. Evoke change.
I agree with everything that you just said. But you gotta understand too, a lot is gonna be the people out there that aren't willing to receive the message. And that's just actual factual.
That's true, but we gotta, keep pushing.
We gotta people for the ones that want the message.
Even the ones that don't want the message. You know what? Let me tell, and I got this from a pastor. Even the people that don't want the message, sometimes if you give it to them, they'll receive it later. Some people need to hear it. You gotta plant a seed, And that's one thing with our community. We don't do a lot. We say, that they don't care, they don't want it. I'm teaching them shit. Well, you doing the wrong thing. You not passing down knowledge. Right. Sometimes it might not affect them right then and there, but you might be able to do something to that person and change something. We all have to talk about it.
Generational curses. We definitely need to break them. I totally agree. And
we got K4 Pocket says people that keep people keep that mindset in their house. So you send your children outside like that. Word. They keep the mindset in the house, and then they send the kids.
It starts at home.
Right, but sometimes outsiders come in and they influence. We always talk about the negative influence of outsiders. There are children right now, as we speak, living in very, very poverty-stricken homes
Yes.
that have very ignorant people. But somebody will come into that life and speak some knowledge into that child, now stick, and that child life can change. We all have to play our part in our roles in these children's lives in our community. When we talk about our community, we need to start treating each other like family member again.
Right.
We need to start looking at each other instead of saying, "Oh, I don't know her. That's my sister. What's up?" You know what I mean? Like I got family members and sisters that I cannot trust. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could pick their asses up and throw them. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want them around my kids, all that stuff. But that's still my family member. I still love them. You know what I'm saying? It's called loving from a distance. You don't have to invite everybody into your home. But what I'm saying is we need to treat each other like family. We need to bring community back. Real community.
We do that.
Be able to feed our brothers and sisters when they hungry. Take care of each other and stop being selfish out here. Because that's what's really going on and that's what's keeping us weak. They divided and conquered us. And the longer we stay divided, the longer we stay conquered.
And so, and I don't want to bring this up too, but remember when we were in Brooklyn on the way home and we saw a homeless Black Panther?
Yes. You remember his name?
I don't remember. It was a while, but that just goes to show, like,
terrible.
No, we
terrible.
he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Dr. Amin. It's
Sunny Days Media says that the 85% are those without the knowledge, the mentally blind, deaf, dumb, who are the bent on self-destruction. The job of the righteous is to teach the uncivilized. The 10% are the bloodsuckers of the poor, the rich, those who have knowledge and power but use it to mystify, mislead, and abuse the 85%. I completely agree.
That's true. That's true.
Facts.
I mean, you know, I guess, you know.
But we all know that. But we keep voting these people in. That's the thing. And then I was telling my dad the other day, shout out to my dad, Sugar's daddy in the building. I was telling my dad that hold on, we know who the elite is. You know that there's a lot of people in this country that do not vote still. There's a lot of people with that old mentality of my vote don't count, I'm not getting involved. A lot of us did not vote even this election. You know what I'm saying? But we need to acknowledge that our votes do count. And when we don't vote the right people in, we deal with the consequences.
So wait. Hold on. I got a question. Are you voting?
I did vote.
Really?
I voted.
After you pranced your ass around here talking about I ain't voting, Really? So I mean, did you vote for Joe and Kamala?
I don't want to talk about who I voted for. I don't want to talk about who I voted for. But let's just say this: I still, no matter who I voted for, don't really care for anybody that was running for president.
How many times have we had this talk, Shizad, where I said, it's like two bowls of shit, and it's like which bowl tastes the less shitty? Like
two fangs on the same snake.
Two fangs. Taking my sayings now.
I had to take that. That's the best one I've ever heard. That's the best one I've ever heard. Two fangs on the same snake, because that's really what it is. You know, voting. The reason why I voted was because y'all know I got that big picture of all of the Black achievers. I'm gonna start posting that picture more often. Now, our people went through hell and hot water for the opportunity and chance to vote. Right. And whether you think your vote is valid or not, it is valid.
I never said that my vote ain't valid. I can't bring myself to vote for either one of these. Because Joe has a history of racist stuff, and Trump is outright in your face with the racism. So it's like you're voting. You can't vote out white supremacy.
Right, but what I'm saying is, at one time during Jim Crow, when we were granted the right to vote, they were killing people who voted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There are people who died because they went out and made these changes. The reason why we are where we are now is because we were making these changes, and I think that as a respect to the ancestors, we need to vote but we need to vote thoughtfully. We need to think real hard about who we vote, and we need to talk politics. We need to think about what are these people proposing that they're going to change. Because look at Trump. Hold on, let me say this. Look at Trump. Trump has been saying that he's going to do X, Y, and Z when he first started running the first time. Did he complete any of those goals? Hell to the no. The only thing that he said that he was going to do that he really half-assed did was build a wall. He built a fence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's be for real about it. These politicians come around the hood, around our neighborhoods, around our environments, and everywhere we where we congregate, where we where we chill at. They only come around us during the campaign
election time.
Vote, right. Before that and after that, we won't see these people. They won't talk about our issues anymore. You know, I think that really the next time that we do have an election, we need to focus on the people that have prior experience doing the things that they said that they want to change. I want to see people that have been in that area provoking change, and now they're in a position to be president to make that change happen. Well, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see nobody who's going to talk about it but never lift a finger to do anything about it. Trump has never did anything to help anybody but himself since the beginning. We voted him in because we thought he was a good business move, but we discovered that we really got a freaking everybody thought it was a good business move when we voted Trump. He would make it easier for people that own businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real about it. Everybody who owned a business or had perspective to own a business, eventually we voted for Trump because we thought that it was a good business. We watched him on what's that show called when You're Fired. You know what I'm saying? We watched him.
Apprentice.
Yeah, The Apprentice. We saw that he was like one of the top business guys out here. He's been out forever. So why not put him? Our economy's shut. We owe trillions of dollars. Let's throw somebody who knows money. But guess what? We didn't throw somebody who knows money. We threw somebody in office who got money from being rich already. You know what I'm saying? From family. He inherited money. You know, and he made money off of his inheritance. He don't know what it is to struggle and go through it and get it done. He never did anything for anybody's community, anybody's personal lives. He never did nothing to help nobody else in his life until he started running for president. And he semi-helped you. He only gave you enough to get you to vote for him. You know, and we model these people that we vote for based off of what they say that they're going to do for us instead of what they're doing for us before they become a presidential candidate.
What?
We need to look at people's backgrounds before we have them running for president.
Well, let me say this real quick. Being that you said all that, we knew who Donald Trump was back from the late 80s, early 90s, the whole Central Park thing.
Facts.
He told us then that he don't give a damn about black people.
Facts.
He said, he went on Larry King and said, well, maybe we need to hate these people and we'll get something done around here. He took out a whole page in the newspaper ad calling for 5 minority teenagers to receive the death penalty without any evidence that they ever committed the crime. And they held them kids in jail for years.
Facts.
And Donald Trump said, kill them all.
Right.
This is the man that people voted in back then to be
facts.
Leader of this free country.
Hold on, facts. Now check this out. Kamala and Biden got really bad pass.
Yes.
Okay? And everybody's sitting here, I'm not gonna base him off of his past.
Right.
Well, then you basing him off of what he's gonna tell you he's gonna do. You believe this? Now you won't believe your next door neighbor if they say, listen, I like you a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring your mail and I'm gonna slide it under your door every morning. Come on now, let's be for real. You won't believe your neighbor if they said that if I win the lottery tomorrow, I'm gonna give you half of it because I like you a lot. But you're gonna believe somebody you don't
out of here that night.
Hold on, you have no idea about, you don't know this person from a campaign. He just ran with a black president, the first black president, which was a good move for Obama. It was a good move appointing him as vice president, but you're voting for him based off of him having a black freaking vice president. You're voting on for him based on he was vice president to Obama. That's not a good reason. Look at this man's past, and everybody I speak to about his past be like, oh, you got a past too. I am not running for president, and if I was, I would be appalled that you even consider me knowing that I had a past. This is absurd that you guys are not thinking like this. I don't understand. You're putting these people as our commander-in-chief. You're pointing these people as our representation. When they go to the United Nations and they go to these international meetings, this is who is representing us. Their past has a lot to do with who they are, and we need to choose better people to run this country. They should have a clean past. I don't give a damn about all that. Everybody got a pass. Not the person that's supposed to run this country. Not our president. Not our first lady. She not supposed to be nowhere naked. But in her husband's bed.
But well, she
let's be for real about some shit.
She for the streets. She for the streets. But ain't that for me. But being that passionate, eloquent rant that you just went on, which you articulated yourself very, very well, I might add.
Facts.
It was what needed to be said. All right. Now, being that you said that about Joe's past, I mean, have y'all taken a look at Kamala's past? Her past?
Yeah.
I bet not. Let me just say this, man. And I don't like tearing down nobody, bro. I really don't, unless you truly deserve it. But Kamala, why are y'all voting for Joe? Just because he picked a black woman as a VP? Are y'all that dumb? Like, seriously? Y'all got skin folk ain't kinfolk. Look how many brothers she had locked up over there, 25 years to life just for some weed. Just for some weed. When she started running, she wanted to claim her Jamaican side.
She got to smoke in high school and everything now, but you done locked most of our brothers in. Come on, you already know that most of these prisons are full with our brothers for dumb stuff that they probably didn't even commit. A lot of these old men that's sitting in prison right now probably didn't even commit the crimes that they would. Let's be for real about this shit.
And let's be for real about it.
When they started making laws to clear people for fucked up shit, they did not let them boys out of jail.
No.
Let's be for real about this shit. Let's talk about it. This government messed up. And until we start talking about the real situations, the real problems, and we start really voting people with clear backgrounds, because there are people out here that have good backgrounds. There are people that lived out here and politically will stand out amongst everybody else and will run this country the right way. You know what's crazy to me? That America has so many geniuses and we have Donald Trump as president.
Well, according to him, let him tell you it. He's a genius.
Come on.
Let him tell you it.
This is what we get? This is what we got?
I am the smartest president this country will ever have.
Ever. Now, when he was talking to Biden yesterday,
that's a signal.
I mean, when he was talking to Biden yesterday, we heard some of this debate. Now, right. I want to talk to y'all about this. Your president he said that he wouldn't be going into the White House hiding and shit for a year or two, like Biden. Then during the protest, that man went on the
put his ass right in the bunker.
Like the first president that did that.
BLM, they're at my gate, hide me.
The next day, take a Bible and walk to the church and start taking pictures and photo
after tear gassing innocent protesters.
After tear gassing innocent.
Holding the Bible upside down.
Isn't this the president that tried to use our own army against our protesters like they're doing in Nigeria right now?
What is going on in Nigeria?
They're doing the SARS protest. The SARS
and the protest of police brutality.
Yeah, and police brutality. SARS is a force team that goes out and find thieves. You know, so they breaking into people's houses, abusing people, and doing all this crazy things. So the people are out there protesting.
Yes.
And it is gone left to right. They are not protesting like they out here in America.
It didn't go left to right.
Hold on, out here in America, they'll shoot you, but they'll try to be quiet about it. Out there in Nigeria, they letting off on the whole crowd with the kids in the front.
And they don't care if you're singing that Nigerian national anthem.
Nope, they shooting the crowd. I've watched videos. I've posted campaigns that are going on.
Yes, obviously Beyonce has been a part of it.
Because, you know, a lot of her, she's endorsed by Africa. Right. Africa loves Beyonce. You know, she's been building things in Africa since, like, 2001. She's been out there building houses, schools, and stuff like that. So she's a big part of Africa.
Yes, she
and
is.
You know, a lot of celebrities have been coming out and trying to shed light on this because, and a lot of people say that this is just because it's you know, trying to get good with Africa because, you know, it's a majority of population. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Majority of population is in Africa. Okay. Now, if you appeal to Africa, you go triple, quadruple platinum right away. Okay, that's how many people are out there. You could be a singer that in America you won't get that many views and likes, but the demographics are so wide range out there that you're gonna be popular if you got some good stuff out there. You know, so a lot of people think. I saw a podcast where a woman was like, basically, a lot of these celebrities are coming out for Africa because they're just trying to, kiss Africa's ass. But no, I don't care if they're kissing Africa's ass or not. We need to defend our people, and I don't care what their intentions are. Make this known. Share those posts. Let it be known what's really going on in Africa.
Yeah, but some people.
This is how we unite our people.
But listen to me. Some people, it's just like with the movement going on. Not everybody is out there just to be peaceful and protest. People come out there with their own agenda. And when situations like this, people will take this thing and run with it.
We know that.
So when you say everybody that's supporting it, not everybody will support the cause, but they're not totally behind the cause.
Listen, we know that, and the governments know that. The government in Africa, the government in America are very educated people. They're not stupid, simple, or slow. They're trained professionals. I keep saying trained professionals because civilians are not trained professionals unless they're security officers or police officers. They're civilians. We are not trained in situations to do combat and all that other stuff. They are trained professionals. They're trained to de-escalate situations. They're trained to detain people in certain manners, and they're trained to use excessive force when needed. I'm not gonna lie and act like excessive force is not needed ever, because in certain situations it's definitely needed. But as far as police brutality is concerned, we are seeing all over the world that the police are abusing the people. Not only in Africa, but Europe was protesting not too long ago with their police brutality, and they're sick of it. Everybody's getting really sick of the government.
Well, think of it like this: we're told to trust the police. The police are told to not trust us.
Right, but the catch-2 is the police is us. We are the police. The police make up the people that live in the United States.
I thought you were about to say something.
Right, in the United States. So we are the police. The police is us. So we need to have a common bridge. I think that, like a lot of people have been saying, we need to redo the government. We need to throw the whole shit in the trash and then just redo it, because we're basing our government, our constitution and everything based off of old times and old laws. Everything evolves.
So who's gonna overthrow the government? I mean,
nobody's gonna overthrow the government. They need to readjust themselves.
Saying. You can't change something that doesn't want to change.
Yes, you can.
You cannot.
Yes, you can.
If that's the case,
this is how this happens, because America is a democracy, correct? This is how we evoke change. We all come together. We get the smartest people that we have, which we have a lot of smart people in America. We get them together and we propose several bills. We, as a people, agree to one of them. We agree to a new way of life, a new system. We can do that together. They've done it so many times over and over. When they adjusted to after slavery, they had to do the same thing. They had to go through and redo everything. That's where they came up with Jim Crow laws. They revised laws so that things could be the way that they are. They can do it again.
Yes, facts. But the way you're saying it is making it sound so easy. Like, let's just all come together. We can't even come together as a people. So how are we supposed to all come together to try to overthrow the government? Or not overthrow, or make it change.
Mason King's B says you can change the government by doing away with scandalous government officials. And that's true.
That is true.
But it's hard finding who are the scandalous government officials, because that might be the one you like the most.
And you said, yeah, you got to vote for people. If you're going to take that route, it all starts, you have to vote at your local level.
Right. Definitely. Local levels. Shout out to my boy Chris B too, because he's running for council of Washington Borough. Shout out to anybody out here trying to enact change. Whether you're doing something locally, something on a bigger scale, we need everybody focused on there. Remember when the protests first started and we was like, listen, we were trying to defer whether we are peaceful protesters or we were going to turn up because they hurt us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, buddy. That was a situation.
what we came to a conclusion. I want to hurry up and say this because we got to close the show. But when we came to a conclusion was that the peaceful protesters were just as important
as the people that fought back.
The people that fought back, and the people that stayed home were just as important as all of them, because there are people that stayed home that just decided to open the book and decided to learn so that they can become government officials. I got goosebumps. Government officials, you know what I'm saying? So they can enact change within the system. We all have revolution takes time. You know what I mean?
Unity.
Revolution needs unity, yes. But we need to utilize all fractions. The violent protesters, the peaceful protesters, the people that stay home. Anybody who's doing something to enact change right now, I commend you. I appreciate you, and I just wanted to say that before we close the show out, because we know it's hard. It's hard to stand up for what's right.
It is.
It's hard to keep pushing. We got bad comments, negative comments, death threats, all that. You know what I'm saying? But keep working, because this is how we came so far. This is how we got to where we are now. And if we keep pushing, we're gonna make a brighter day for all of us.
I really think we can have unity.
We can unify. We just gotta stick together. We gotta love each other.
It takes all of us, yo. Even look, the drug dealers, we are all so much better than where we should be right now.
Right. So.
But each one teach one. We trying to do this one show at a time. We trying to bring y'all together.
Right.
So, we want to appreciate everybody that listened in. Hit us up on the chats and everything.
Make sure you follow your girl on all social media platforms at Sugar_Cosby. Make sure you follow Inner_G_radio on Instagram, Energy Radio on Facebook, Snapchat, all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Mike.
Gang. Yo, follow me on Instagram. I'm _A_Brown_God.
Okay, and Michael Mitchell on Facebook.
I mean, like, really? You just had to shoot my government out. I could have did that.
My bad.
Man.
Okay, you already know. If you want to check out the episode of Black Sheep, if you missed us, make sure you check out the website www.crazysweetent.com//Black Sheep.
Yes.
We will be back every Monday and Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Check us out on soon to come to DH1 TV Network. You already know what it is. Shout out to all the viewers, all the listeners out there. Make sure y'all download that Energy Radio app. That's spelled INNERGRADIO, the radio app today on iOS app.
I thought you were about to spit some bars.
And Android apps. You already know what it is.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all.
Consistency is key. We will be back.
Okay, one last.
Yes.